If you like anime, this is the podcast episode for you. This is the Sterile Sauce Podcast episode all about anime and custom cards if you like custom magic. Today on this episode, each of us has picked an anime, and we're each going to present our custom card made around that anime. I apologize so badly for my audio. I was accidentally recording through my laptop mic. My mic was turned off, but I tried to fix it as much as I could, so enjoy the episode.
Free introductions, by the way. So who knows each other? Because Quips, you and Spangle kind of know each other, I think.
I think we're mutuals, or at least I think I follow you, or one of, I don't know. I saw Pup at MagicCon, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, yeah, I know you guys are homies, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And then I ran into Girlsplaining, but it was funny because I was like, girl magic. I, like, pointed at it. And I was like, I couldn't think of the name off the top of my head.
I hear girl, and I'm like, me? Hello? Yes.
Girl.
You got great SEO. I'm sure when people like Google, they're like, oh, obviously. Yeah.
Girls. But
Oh my
Spangle,
God.
I don't believe we met. Hello.
I don't believe we met. Hi, nice to meet you.
Do you like to go by Spangle?
I do, yeah.
Okay. And what are your pronouns?
She, her.
Yay.
Also-
I am...
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
Always
you go
interrupting the
ahead. You go first.
women, Sterile.
know.
Story of my life.
Oh!
I'm on here just to listen, bro. Just to listen. I need
Nice.
that ally token. Have you seen that? Like, everyone's like, I need my ally token.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's hella tough.
Yeah. All right, you can speak now. Sterile.
Oh, wait. I was waiting for Kelsey to finish.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Kelsey, she, her. That was all.
Nice to meet you, Kelsey.
Yay.
I'm Quips, he, him.
Nice to meet you, Quips.
I do he, him. Also, Quips, I've noticed you say they every time you refer to me. Is it because I look ambiguous, or you just didn't know?
Oh, I just use that as my go-to.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Uh,
the
That's
SoCal
smart.
life. I just hit everybody with the they.
Type shit. Exactly.
I had to just put it in my notes app because MTG Cardsmith, by the way, this is staying in. MTG Cardsmith, fix your website. It's not sneaky at all to have it crash and then be like, oh, well, if you pay money when it crashes, it actually saves your progress. No one's like that is so obvious.
Low-key.
That's a
It happens
feature.
every time.
Yeah.
Like your website not being crap should not be a paid feature. That's insane.
Low key.
Kind of a W though.
But
Money.
I do
scrolled
have
around until I found one that worked, so I made mine on mtg.design.
Ooh.
No, I made mine on Paint. I was like, I can't be fucked to do any of these. I can't be. It's too much. I gotta
Can't
make
be
an account
arsed.
on like all. I was like, no way.
also
Mine's tough though. When Sterile puts mine up, mine's tough. My Paint version is tough.
Quips, can I glaze your thumbnails real quick? Because we talked about this when you were on last time or the first time. You were like, oh, well, I don't feel like my thumbnail game is like there. And I told you, I said this, I was like, you're going to have your own brand, like you have it already. You just hone it in and everyone will recognize it. And I feel like that's 100% the case.
It was like that at MagicCon because there was the Doodle Off. I think you'd love this. They have like magic artists that have like art degree that do altars and everything like that. And then there was me and oh my god, my friends were like, you should have tried more. They gave me a minute. I'm like, these people were on like demon time. It was not fair. I was like,
That's funny.
So yeah. But
Also, I'm going to remember to do an intro this time. I always forget to do an intro.
And then Sterile Sauce fumbled the intro. If you live in LA or liked baked goods and are watching this at a later date, whenever Gooey Center Bakery is shipping internationally, and you liked baked goods, I don't know if I said that already, go to Gooey Center Bakery in LA. He's got all of the baked goods you could possibly want. Check out his TikTok. Thank you to everyone who supports me on the Patreon. If you want to help me on the Patreon and get access to upcoming exclusive podcasts that I'm going to be doing with co-host, and then just other things, I'll have that there. And if you want to get cards for any of your Magic decks, use my link in my TikTok bio for Mana Pool. Mana Pool is the best place to get your stuff for Magic. Genuinely, stop using TCG Player. If a TCG Player rep hates that I'm saying this, get bent.
So today, for all you anime fans out there of 4 very specific anime, at the very least, MHA is like very widely known. I think if you watch anime, you've seen MHA. Vampire Hunter D is a pull, but it's a great one. Go watch it if you can. It's impossible to stream. Also, Kelsey, I wanted to mention, I think I mentioned this to you. I started Spy Family, and I actually love it. I feel like I like slice of life anime so much more than I thought I did. Like I've
Yeah.
really started to just like explore that whole genre.
This is a good hybrid. It's got something for everyone in there. Spangle, your dog is incredible.
You got the most doge of all
That
time.
is a straight meme dog.
I do. Like, sorry about her, bro. Sorry about her. Oh my gosh.
So
Chilling.
I guess we should just go in order. Just say like who your character is and what what the anime is, or card
Okay.
that you chose.
Yes, I of course did D from Vampire Hunter D.
I did You're a Forger from Spy Family.
I did All Might from My Hero Academia.
Tough.
Yeah, and he's
Tough.
doing his lat spread. in the
Tough.
art.
He is, and I did Hibino Kafka from Kaiju number 8, which I thought was more popular. I feel
Niche
like a lot of
bomb.
people have been sleeping on it. People watching, obviously check out all the anime that we're going to be talking about. Definitely watch Kaiju number 8. It's genuinely so good.
I've never heard of that. That's such a niche poll.
I literally saw Kaiju in the title looking through Crunchyroll, and I was like, I love Kaiju, and I've never seen them like
Mhm.
well done in an anime, so and
Mhm.
they did. Okay, so like I said, I told Quips this. I brought back a mechanic, a beloved mechanic, and I kind of cheated a little bit. I have two cards. One is a card that would go in the 99 of this commander, just because like once I got the ball rolling, I really liked the idea. I'm gonna send y'all these cards on Discord so you can look at them.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just in my notes. It didn't really look very good. I don't know if it helps y'all envision it at all, but you can like Google what the guy looks like. At that.
God, we got to do everything. Lift your
I
mic
know,
up.
I know,
Google the
seriously.
image of this guy.
It's
Oh my God.
I can't even believe this.
Oh
At least
my
you're not
God.
taking shots of hot sauce this time.
no.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. So
Okay,
if I'm reading
so
this. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Hibino Kafka. I decided to go for white green for his color identity because in the anime, he's basically like the shonen main character good guy. He starts off, he does a cleanup crew for kaiju. So, like, in this world, kaiju are a huge problem. They destroy cities, whatnot. There's a kaiju destruction team, and every time the kaijus get killed, or kaiju, there's a bunch of guts and stuff everywhere. So, they have cleanup crews that come and clean it. And Hibino is kind of the hardworking dude that's on, like, the team that does that. And his huge character trait is that he's always willing to put other people first. Like he does the Naruto like, oh, everything's going crazy. Naruto, pull out the nine, save everyone. Like that's kind of his motif, is being the hero to people. So I went ahead and made his ability. Whenever an opponent attacks, also I tried to word this as like magically correct as a word I'm looking for. Like
Syntax. Like the
yeah,
right-
kinda. I try to make it
Biblically
as like
accurate.
like rules accurate as possible, but it's not a mechanic that exists, so I kind of had to like fumble through it. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. Whenever an opponent attacks another opponent, you may redirect all damage target attacking creature would deal to Hibino. If 3 or more damage is dealt this way, you and the defending player each draw a card. Basically, it's just like the front side is this group hug, like early game engine. So it helps prolong the game by keeping damage from being dealt too much, but it's also filling people's hands in a way that isn't just like, I have all the cards, which is very Celeste. Think like Glunch. Glunch the Bestower, if y'all are familiar. It's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love that this is, okay, I'm going to try to not glaze my own card, but I do love this part. So, at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent controls 20 or more power among creatures they control, transfer Hibino, which is in reference to any time a giant kaiju threat appears, is whenever, spoilers, Hibino, his ability in the anime is to become a kaiju. That's like episode 2, so like, not spoilers, but...
It's Attack on Titan, bro.
Basically. Spoilers for Attack on Titan.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
So if there's 20
New
power
anime.
on board, he's like, I gotta lock in, and then transforms into
So really, you made like 3 cards because there's another card after this, right?
kind
From
of
your 99.
This is cool. This is cool.
This is tough.
You just like doing homework.
Kaiju number 8. This is all homework. Kaiju number 8, and the Kaiju numbering system is basically like, you know how whenever we have hurricanes and things, if it's bad enough or high enough magnitude, they give them names. That's kind of how the kaiju work in this universe. So Hibino pops up on radar is like a big deal. So I went Nightmare as a creature type. I felt like that was fitting enough. At the beginning of each opponent's combat phase, you may have Kaiju number 8 fight the highest power creature they control. Draw cards equal to the excess damage Kaiju number 8 dealt this way. So the idea with how the deck is built, also, I forgot to put it in the card, but the back side's color identity is black, so it's an Abzan commander, because Wizards, this is an open letter, make cooler Abzan commanders. I love Abzan, and y'all's pool is either like wall, just defense tribal, or random crap. Like Bilbo is cool. I love having those little offshoot commanders that have specific abilities, but like, just give us more. So I wanted the deck to be built very Spellslingery, because I love Spellslinger outside of Izzet. I feel like it's something that could be explored a lot more. So with Kaiju number 8, you make him bigger, and then he fights opponent's creatures, and then you get to draw extra cards. And it felt a bit like a removal machine, but that's why my other favorite part, at the beginning of your end step, your end step, if an opponent does not control 20 or more power, he untransforms, meaning the threat's gone, he goes back to being group hug. So then you just help people draw cards. So it's just a cycle of getting this. Cool. I love it so much. Like, the threat shows up, he's there, threat's gone, he's gone. It doesn't snowball too much. So that was cool. That.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's really
the front and the back works so well together, which I think is really smart design. And I like that it goes back to being, pat yourself on the back. I like that it goes back to being the front side, because there's nothing that I dislike more than like OP, push the OP button. And I tried to make mine not OP, so I like, this is really cool. But it's like smart and fun.
Yeah, custom card design, especially like, I don't know if y'all played Hearthstone, but Hearthstone has like a very active custom card community, and it is just like pages and pages and pages of just OP. Like, there's no nuance with custom card making for a lot of people.
Honestly, I feel like since I'm somewhat new to Magic still, I feel like whenever I make custom cards, it's kind of hard to not make them OP. Like, I normally have to ask my friends and be like, is this too much? Like, is this too much? Is everyone going to target me? The people, like my friends who have been playing forever, it's like hard to not make it OP a little bit. So you guys have to tell me if mine's OP or not.
I'm just waiting. I feel like someone just gives this guy death touch, right? You're like, whatever. I explode your guy. I blow your guy up. I fucking explode him.
Give him trample.
So, actually, I did my homework on this in terms of, like, stressed about it. So, like, in designing this, I thought of every, like, what could go wrong to break this situation. And I kind of came to the conclusion of, like, there are legendaries in Commander that just go infinite with other cards so often. You kind of have to just, like, not let that pull you back with design space. Because, like, Niv Mizzet, super cool Commander, or Firemind, or whichever one is the one that goes infinite with Curiosity. Yeah. Super cool Commander design, but obviously you can't just say, like, well, since Curiosity exists, anything with that effect can't exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like...
True.
Even if you make it OP,
pariah on this guy. Give this guy the like absorb all my damage, so I'm immortal.
To be fair, Gods
give this
with
guy
pariah
pain
awesome.
for all. That's what I want to see on this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you can't because it's not the right color, but
still,
I feel
you
bad.
can design a white card that's pain for me.
Yeah,
just taking damage.
Pain for most. Yeah.
Not blocking. I feel bad continuing into another card, but this is my other one. It really feels like I feel like a toddler whose like sister's boyfriend is over, and I'm like, look at all my toys.
No, this is awesome.
Like, I just pulled y'all in here to show you my cool custom cards.
You're gonna end the podcast.
Yeah, it's over after this.
This whole thing was a ruse.
Yeah.
So in Kaiju number 8, a big thing are the Kaiju weapons. And it's basically whenever a kaiju is defeated, they take its like soul essence. They have these things called cores, which is kind of like where their power is. They take that and they make them into weapons. So Kaiju number 2 is a notoriously powerful kaiju in the universe, and it was made into gauntlets. And hold on, I forgot. I have to send y'all.
Because it looks like you made a new mechanic, right?
I did. I have the definition here. I forgot to send it. It's really easy to actually. I have so much confidence in how simple this mechanic is that it could be real. I'm just gonna tell y'all, and you'll be like locked in. I got it.
Perf.
So overdrive X, so like whatever the number is, for each point of damage dealt, that player gets X rad counters. So if you have overdrive 2, for each point of damage dealt, you get 2 rad counters.
Whoa. Oh, it's like infect, but rad?
But it does it to you.
To the play. Oh,
yeah, so the idea is you put this equipment on a creature, and like classic anime style, they push beyond limits, and it damages them by giving you rad counters. So it's a mill piece. So you put the equipments on Hibino, and then whenever you hit with him, you get a ton of mill, but you're taking insane rad damage. Like if you deal 10 damage with Hibino, you're taking 20 rad damage, or 20 rad counters.
20 rad counters.
Which I'll put rad counters up on the screen. People can read it to know how that works.
Yeah, me having to look that up because I didn't play Fallout.
What?
If you mill equal to the number of rad counters, so if you mill a land, you keep your rad counter. If you mill a non-land, you take a damage. And you lose a rad counter. It's sick.
Yeah.
Rad is awesome.
Rad counters are some of my favorite.
I thought it does it to the opponent. Like you just hit him with a radiation like blast.
I mean, you could easily just like I feel like radiation or rad counters were incredibly underutilized, so you could 100% just do that. Also.
I would put this equipment. I think for me opens up so many doors because I'd put it on like those commanders you pass around, like a Slicer or like any of the Alexios.
Yeah.
And then everybody has like 50 billion rad counters, and so everyone's getting milled out. Everyone's taking damage.
Yeah,
that's just the kind of freak.
Unconventional mill deck. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
To self-glaze more. It's colorless because I feel like we need more mesmeric orb effects. I feel like colorless mill options aren't as broad as they could be. Like mesmeric orb right now is like $25 or something because it is the best mill piece, even if you consider like access to all colors. Like mesmeric orb is insane. But like this is another mesmeric orb that isn't just broken. And it's another cool thing that it does is it gives Mizzix Mastery to all colors, which I feel like is awesome because it basically just makes you able to do Spellslinger in all colors. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll read the card. I didn't even do that. So Kaiju number 2 Gauntlets is 2 mana, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature has prowess and overdrive 2. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may exert it, which, are y'all familiar with exert?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
So exert, so normally when you tap a creature, you tap it a little bit. Exert, you basically, at least this is what I do, you tap it twice so that when you untap, it's still not untapped, and then you fully untap it. So it's kind of like a stun counter, kind of. It's just super tapped.
It goes to sleep.
They get tired.
Which is
sleepy.
Very anime, by the way. It's the broken arm Midoriya vibe.
That's super cool.
So when you exert it, if you do, each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gain flashback until the beginning of your next end step. I forgot to include the flashback cost is equal to the mana cost. That's just kind of implied. But yeah, it basically just lets you cast all of your instants and sorceries from your graveyard until your next up, which is significant because till your next upkeep, I think I said end step. Till your next upkeep means if you have any removal in your graveyard in your floating mana, you have access to all those, so people have to keep an eye on your graveyard.
That's super cool.
And equip legendary creature too, meaning it's not broken. You can't just put it on me.
When do you resolve rad counters? Because I think immediately, do you know Rowan, Sign of War?
Yes.
The amount of damage you take, you reduce spells down by that much if you like tap her.
Oh yeah,
so if you take a billion rad counters, then you have something exerted on your like upkeep. When the rad counters trigger, you can then everything you mill, you can flash back for way cheap with Rowan. That's
guys, we broke Rowan, Scion of War.
No,
finally.
Shit.
Finally.
Sorry. Oh, you made 3 cards and I'm excited about them. Wow.
I made another one. I forgot, but I'm not going to talk about it. But I did.
You should talk about it. You should
just to
talk
put it
about
out there,
Don't let him. Don't let him.
Just to put it out there, I did do that.
I'll never let.
So that, oh my god, that took 20 minutes. Oh my god.
Mansplaining
Yep,
gaming right
central.
now.
Mansplaining gaming. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. I don't know what happened.
How'd you get the
text
cool
is a little
border
blurry.
thing going? That's cool.
Your friend used her iPad to edit. Your friend used her iPad to edit. Okay, so Mardu, which I actually just did my first Mardu deck ever, like a month ago.
Mardu.
And like I've never done red before, so it's like I've never played any red decks, so this was low-key like this is kind of fun to do. I still feel like when I make custom cards, the like most important, since I don't know much about Magic yet still, is theming and everything. Like that's kind of what I go for. So I hope this makes sense. I hope this all makes sense. I don't know if these type of cards have a name, where they have like you can choose one. Do they have a name?
Modal spells, yeah.
Modal spells.
Modal stuff, yeah.
What's a modal spell?
It's got a bunch of modes on it.
I just put a bunch of modes on him. Okay, so have you guys ever seen Vampire Hunter D?
I actually just saw a YouTube short. I know I'm one of those guys, but it was like a YouTube short of this old man being like, "You can buy my horse for like $4,000."
Yes,
And then he's like, "Sure." And then the guys are like, "Don't! What are you doing? Don't sell him the horse." He's like, "Back in my day, there was this guy who saved a bunch of kids. I was one of those kids. That guy saved me."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So pretty much, I love D. I think D is super, super cool. He's like, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, he's half human, half vampire. And he like wanders in like dark, ruined worlds, like hunting monsters and protecting people from the creatures that like terrorize them, basically. And he has such a cool presence that I was like, I knew I wanted to do D for this card. So he does have First Strike and Vigilance, and then I'll explain like why I did everything that like I did for him. So the first thing is whenever Vampire Hunter D attacks alone, you choose one, and I chose like the mode system from attacking alone because D like normally is just alone. He travels and fights by himself, and I feel like this way that makes the card like reward that like lone hunter feeling. And then the first mode would be destroy target tapped creature defending player controls. D is like super fast and super deadly, and so I feel like targeting like a tapped creature feels more vulnerable, and kind of in the way that he catches enemies off guard, if that makes sense, and he finishes them quickly. And then the second one is exile target aura or enchantment attached to a permanent defending player controls. And D like always destroys curses. He destroys magical items. He has also destroying like supernatural weapons. Like this ability shows him shutting down that dark magic, if that makes sense. And then the last one, I kind of cheated as well because obviously left hands are not in Magic. But D has like...
What does that even mean?
Vecna's hand.
Sorry.
That exists. Yeah.
Wait, Sterile, you've seen Vampire Hunter D, right?
I haven't. I've seen so many clips, and I've tried so hard to watch it anywhere, and it's fucking impossible.
Okay. So he has
I'm clueless, girl. Yeah. I have no idea.
Wait. Okay, he has like a talking hand.
Like Sukuna.
Like Sukuna. Yes. Like Sukuna. Exactly.
Hold on.
Has, like,
is it his hand or is it like a third hand?
It's his hand.
Okay.
His left hand. If I remember right. So I created, and it's such like an important part to his character that I was like, I want to include that in the card, even if it's not in Magic. Don't hate me, guys.
Oh, I understand. So the left hand is a card, and it puts it in your hand.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay,
yes,
I thought you meant left hands didn't exist in Magic, and that fucked me up. I was like, I have
like
no idea what you're
like
saying.
left hand, like it's an artifact token.
I see. I
Called
was thinking
left
like
hand.
I
Minecraft,
think that's very
where
much
like
within
you
the
get the two
rules.
hands
Yeah,
mod.
they have there's a Volo who makes like his diary, so it's not a
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
no, 100%. This
Yeah,
is all
this is a
legal.
very normal, like, yeah, go for
Let's
it.
make a thing. There's a lot of
Thank you
dudes who make
guys.
little things.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
the reassurance. Okay, so the last mode is create left hand, a legendary colorless artifact token named left hand with tap for 1, counter target activated or triggered ability that targets you or a permanent you control unless its controller pays 2. If you control a token named left hand, instead untap it. Like I had mentioned before, Dee's like talking left hand is one of the most like famous parts of the series. It absorbs magic, it warns him about danger, and it messes with like enemy powers and stuff like that. So I was like, that's why I wanted to include it in the card really bad. The ability stopping effects represents the left hand like protecting D.
Can I ask how we got the hand like that?
Loki? I don't know.
Did they never say? It's just a thing.
I can't really remember. I haven't watched it for a while, but I can't really remember why he has his hand like that. But it's super cool. I remember being like a kid and like loving that his hand talked like Sukuna. I was like, this is so cool. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then of course, if you already have left hand, it untaps so it can protect D again. And then the last part is whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to Vampire Hunter D, prevent that damage if it would reduce your life total below 0. And this is basically just like talking about how like D survives a lot of things that he should not survive. Like he always is impaled by stuff, just stuff like that. Like he takes on a lot of attacks. He survives a lot of things that should kill him. So this ability gives that feeling of him barely surviving like impossible fights.
Got it. It's to him, right? Not to you. Because at least the way I read it was like, if
That's
the
what I
creatures
thought.
would kill you, Vampire D is okay. It's
No.
fine.
Yeah.
to him? Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
The way I
yes.
read it was, if he's out, you cannot die. I was
Yeah.
like, that's
No,
What a
crazy.
Chad,
Wait,
what a
shoot,
Chad.
sorry.
That is
guys.
also how I read that.
I
Yeah.
can't
Sorry,
lie though,
guys.
that would be awesome design for a vampire legendary, that if you have your
Yeah.
commander out, you are immortal. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
would be
neat.
cool. I'm like, well, guys, actually, I switch it to that
Yeah.
because
And
that's
then
cooler.
just one more question. When it says exile target aura or enchantment, do you mean equipment? Because that's what I thought it was. When you were
Yes.
explaining it, I was like, all right,
Yes.
they talking about swords and stuff. I'm like, I
Yes.
think they mean, okay, yeah,
yes,
all
yes,
good.
yes, yes,
I didn't even
yes.
catch that.
I meant
All good.
enchantment. Thank
No
you, thank you, friend.
No worries, no worries.
And
I
of
like
course,
the design. This doesn't even look
like it?
busted, by the way. This doesn't
Oh, okay,
look
good.
overpowered at all. I will say the destroying tap creatures seems really fucking annoying. Like I would hate to play against it.
I
but it
never
doesn't
said I was a
seem
nice
broken.
player.
Yeah.
I think the
Okay.
thing that balances it is when it attacks alone, because you don't have quite as many options.
Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys think it's balanced and okay.
Also, Mardu
goodness.
Voltron, very new. I don't think there's a lot of Mardu Voltron commanders.
Is that true?
I don't think.
Yeah,
you don't
no,
think
it's
of
all
one?
about entering and attacking and tokens, and
Is Ishin?
that's double attack. Double enter triggers, I think.
He is Mardu though, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess he's kind of ish.
White has so many, like, I tap your thing every combat. So you'd be like, I tap
Yeah.
it and I blow your guy up.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that we get vampires with red also involved. I think thematically that's just like fun,
Yes.
and also
There's a ton
Blood.
of really cool
I thought
ones.
about doing
Yeah.
blood tokens instead of the
tokens
red.
are
Ooh.
Yeah, instead of the left hand, because I'm like, well, he is a vampire, but then I was like, but the left hand.
Yeah.
that's neat.
But yeah, that's my card.
Also, Vigilance First Strike, not to be trifled with. That's actually
No.
really strong.
That's
Baller.
crazy.
On a 4/4, like that is annoying.
Baller.
Well, he's baller, bro.
Yeah.
He's a
This
cool
would
guy.
get a lot of people be like, you're getting all that for 4 mana?
Dude, yeah.
Like,
The
this is
standard
awesome.
players would lose their fucking minds.
There'd be like 4 copies of this guy. This guy's
Like, this is
busted.
awesome.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
would be printed in the commander set, so you wouldn't
Low
have to
key,
worry
Yeah,
low
about
key,
that.
exactly that. Yeah.
You would just want to give this guy haste, right? So you can get your
Yes.
thing right
You
away.
can't. You can't.
You can, but like, you can. There's stuff
Yeah.
that you
There's so many
can.
red. You're
There's
in
still
red.
time.
Everything has haste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's still time. There's still time to give him haste.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's great.
Pretty sweet.
But you guys like it?
Yes.
Yay! That's good news. Thanks, guys.
I like the idea that in your mind there's a reality where we all collectively said no.
There always is. There always is. You never know these days.
I think you're up next.
Yeah. Cool. So mine is, I feel like, very simple compared to these. I focused more on making it work cohesively with a deck and not quite as much on anime because I
Yeah.
don't actually know very much about anime and I know a lot
Yeah.
about Magic the Gathering.
There you go.
Spangle, we're gonna make a great team.
We will.
So I have your Forger, Thorn Princess, and
Cute.
I really wanted to focus on her duality because in the show she is this like lethal badass really really awesome assassin, like so deadly, and then she comes home and like is a mom who's not really a mom because the whole family is a sham, the whole damn shamly. And I really wanted to focus on like both aspects of that for her. And I thought about doing a transform card, and then I was like, but that's so difficult to like draw, so I didn't. So I made her an assassin chef because one of the really big running jokes in the show is that if you eat, like, she cannot cook. Like, she cooks all the time for her family, and they would just like they don't eat it because it's so bad. So chef isn't really a thing. It's only in Unfinity cards, but weirdly, like, Rocco Cabal Caterer is like just a druid, like he's not actually a chef. And then the lobster chef is just a citizen. So I'm making a new creature type. It's a chef.
Toss.
So when your Forger Thorn Princess enters or attacks, create a food token, which of course can gain you life. But if you control a food token, assassin creatures you control have death touch.
I love this
So
design, by the way.
this is like,
Yeah, this
oh,
is
thank
awesome.
you. This is like assassin typal, very Rakdos, and I nerfed her in the power toughness because it's I needed to nerf her somehow. I love playing bracket 2, and so I kind of was making this like a commander for a bracket 2, really synergistic, really like typal deck, thematic, because I love a theme.
Yeah.
I did make a second one, so I'm going to share that as well. This is part of the 99. I made Anya Tiny Telepath.
Cute.
So she is a human
Ew,
child.
This is nasty, dude.
I know.
This is bro.
This is, yeah, I put the double black in there just to maybe make it a little more difficult to cast. I don't know. And then she's just a 1/1, but whenever she enters, you can look at target opponent's hand because, of course, she can read minds. So I was like, ooh, I want
That's
that to
cool.
be a thing. And then you can choose X card from it, and that player will discard those cards.
That's super cool.
I'm really
Evil.
interested in Magic design that scales. So if you want, I like an X spell for that reason, and I feel like recently in the last couple sets, like in Strixhaven and in Lorwyn, we've been getting things that are like good at a low, not power, but like good in the early game, and then they'll just get better in the late game.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make this work kind of in any capacity, but if you just like needed to get it out there, it's always good to play a discard spell.
Yeah, that's super cool. This
in
is
the first bit.
evil.
And then I have a couple cards to talk about that would go well in this deck.
Oh, cool.
I tried not to use too many from Assassin's Creed because that felt like a cop-out because they're just all assassins in Rakdos. But I've got Arno Dorian, which is a human assassin with Death Touch. Other assassins you control get +2/+0, and he's got Disguise. Blood Operative, which is a vampire assassin with lifelink. So when that enters the battlefield, you may exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever you surveil, if Blood Operative is in your graveyard, you may pay 3 life. If you do, return it to your hand. And then Mari the Killing Quill, which is a lot of words. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter on it. Assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have Death Touch. And then whenever they deal combat damage, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. So with all of these, you're like making different kinds of tokens. You're attacking with assassins. It's not exactly Voltron, but like you have to find a way to make your able to attack, which is part of the nerfing because she is so vulnerable.
She's cracked.
But you can play her pretty early. Yeah, that's my design.
That's super cool. I love it.
I love that Yor is very similar to Asmore, and Asmore ran a Mardic Ice Unit Kuldakar, for those who don't know. But I love the food token thing with Rakdos, so I'm so glad that we get
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is super cool.
I feel
love
like
this.
I haven't seen a ton of things that are like, if you have this, these creatures get that. But I was like, if food's on the table, she could kill you, and not with her assassin ways. So
Also, instant speed death touch is so dumb. I feel like we kind of glazed over that. That is strong. Like that basically means assassins are unblockable. No one's taking that risk. And
yeah,
you
pretty
get
much.
like if this was Grixis, it'd be game over because you have so many coastal piracies. But even just Rakdos, like you can do so much with that. Like you can just go balls on the wall.
The discard one is crazy. That one is nice. That one, X discard. I look at your hand. I discard every non-land, and then you just have your hand.
I really thought about making it just like you can only do one, and then I was like, no, it's more fun if I make it X.
It's more. Yeah, your opponents will not be saying.
No,
that.
that's
Like,
super
"Oh!"
fun.
Well,
It's like a win
black can make,
condition.
like, 1,000,000
Literally.
mana. Yeah. So you like discard your whole hand, and then
Discard it
I
all.
bounce it back. I like bring it back to my hand, and I do it again. Yeah. So that one's nasty. I like that one though.
That's super cool. Is she super cracked in the show, the kid? Like she's nuts in the show?
She is kind of nuts.
Okay.
She's like, she doesn't tell anybody that she has telepathy, so she just kind of like tries to cheat on tests and like get stuff. So her thing in the show is that the parents don't know that like one's a spy and one's an assassin, and then they don't know that the kid is a telepath, and so they're at the school. The whole thing is about like her going to school. There's the big, I don't know, government dude that they need to like infiltrate and stop and whatever. His son goes to the school, and so they're like, oh, it's an inn, but she is like super misbehaved, and she also has a crush on / hates the son of the important person.
didn't
So
get
like
that
now
far
they've
yet.
made an enemy where
Spoilers.
they needed to fly under the radar.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's cool.
That
I
is
like
really
that.
cool.
It
I
is a good
love
idea.
that.
Yeah. Do you guys ever watch the Jackie Chan movie Spy Next Door? Wow. Oh, yeah.
Straight to DVD pull right there. I
Spy
have
Next
seen
Door,
that movie.
Crazy good. Jackie
That's
Chan's not a
tough.
good guy anymore, but yeah, Spy Next Door is crazy. Me and my brother watch that movie so much. It's so good. All right. Mine. All Might. Pretend like you guys didn't see it. I didn't know it was a secret.
This is the best art of all of them.
I
I
forgot
love
I
it.
was
So good.
Daryl didn't tell me I wasn't supposed to share it, so I accidentally said it when I first
my
shared it. But
bad.
it's been a while. It's been a while since you guys seen this.
It has,
All right.
it has.
Remind us.
So All Might, obviously, is sort of like the main character, but not really. Like the main guy's like Midoriya or Deku, his like protege. But All Might is like glazed to hell throughout the entire series. He's that guy. So I also like the idea of scaling. So All Might is a red, blue, and a white, and X. And he's a 7/2, because the idea is he's buff as hell. He is so buff. But he's also, he could die to like any 2/2, any 3/3.
Tough.
Because he's got like this big ass wound. Like he like lifts his shirt up and he's messed up inside. He's a small bean. And so the idea was, I really like the idea of he's a symbol of peace. And so the X gives you hope counters, my very own special mechanic. Your opponents must pay mana equal to the number of hope counters on All Might, or they skip their combat phase. So they're allowed to do whatever they want, but if they want to go to combat, they have to pay 2 mana, 3 mana to go to combat, because he's a symbol of peace. He just stands there and is like, no combat.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I thought it was cool.
It's so disgusting though.
I love
so
that
much
the
to
X is
pay.
not just like extra power and toughness. I like that we both chose to have X be something else.
Be
That's
something
really
else.
fun.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And so it doesn't make him stronger or anything like that. It just is like more of like a global propaganda effect, which I
Yeah.
thought was cool. Because then people will be like, I don't know if I want to go to combat. There's a couple like spells where it's like, pick one of your phases. I think it's a blue spell, but it's like pick a phase. You don't get that one. So it's like you don't get your untap, you don't get your upkeep.
That's
One of them
cool.
Sterile Sauce on TikTok posted a video about that recently. I can go find it.
Awesome!
What a cool guy.
Yeah. Also find where I asked, because I didn't.
It's called
You're making a fool. Look at you. 3 cards, Sterile. You can't even name.
Wait.
Oh my God, we're on pause for this. Look at him go.
I do want to read it out because it is a cool card. Just to talk about it for like 2 seconds. Oh, I found it. It's called Fate Spinner. Fate Spinner is 1 blue at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. That player chooses draw step, main phase, or combat phase. Main phase, by the way, counts both of your main phases. So if you choose to skip it, you skip like basically your turn. The player skips each chosen of that instance.
Pretty sick.
So
I combined that into the you skip your combat unless you pay mana, which I thought was fun. And then he has this famous mode that he screams out all the time. He says plus ultra, which is sort of like the limit breaker ability where everybody goes crazy. But to go plus ultra, you have to sacrifice All Might. Because there's this poignant moment where he's like, it's your turn now. And then he's like, "Ba-na-na," and he has this kind of last stand. And so creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. So I wanted All Might to be like this big beefy guy that's sort of a symbol of peace. So nobody's going to combat while you build up your board of like little guys. Because what is it? Red, blue, white. What's that one again? What are they called?
Jeskai.
Jeskai got a lot of ways to make a lot of little 1/1 dinky guys, like monks and prowess and stuff. So you build up all those, and then you're like, all right, everybody, plus ultra! And then you go and slam everybody with trample. It's sort of like an overrun effect.
That's cool.
I thought it was a cool way to show that he's both like this aura farming, like nobody goes to combat without like getting past me first. And then he's like, all right, it's not about me, it's about you guys. You're the little heroes now. And then
yeah, that's super cool.
That's awesome.
Actually a peak scene, by the way. The pointing, like I cried so hard the first time. Genuinely so peak.
It's so good. He's also a 7/2, so like theoretically you can make him like stronger and stuff, but I think that's cringe. That's
the
not
7/2 was so smart. I love that.
That's not how I want him to go. Because I was like, do I make him like a 3/3, a 4/4? Like how do I like balance? I was like, he's got to be so like top heavy.
He skipped leg day.
Yeah,
he skipped leg day, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even draw. He don't have legs in that little drawing.
I think that
don't
for
need 'em.
all future episodes of this, we have to require paint, like MS Paint drawings, like that.
I've
This is
commissioned
incredible.
Quips every time.
This is so awesome.
Yeah. And he's got like a 20 pack. I just drew him with as many abs as I could fit.
Because he has, I swear he has 20.
Yeah, this is just lore accurate. Oh my god.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
love
But
it.
this is him in his like prime. I think or at least according to like I googled what his costume looks like. This is more when he's like at his physical like beefiest.
No, this is so tough.
Yeah. So that's my All Might.
The
No, that's super
idea
cool.
skipping a whole, because like let's say reasonably you could pay like even let's say 3 into X. You play this like mid game 6 mana, maybe you play like a mana rock. This is like turn 5. 3 mana or skip your combat phase is such a ball busting amount of mana, because like it's one thing to be like, oh, you can't attack me, but like you're losing damage triggers. Like if you have a Coastal Piracy, like if you're playing like a Rogues deck or like a Layla or something, you're so hosed. Like, and what's nice is unlike most custom cards, you didn't just give it hexproof and indestructible for no reason. So this is definitely a
could blink
removal
it.
check.
You could definitely like flicker it, and then it doesn't have any hope counters on it, which I like as a way of like knocking it down without having to kill it.
Yeah. You could also just like slam him for 3. You could put 0 into
That's
the
true.
X and just be like, now I have a 7/2, and then I could sacrifice him to make my board stronger.
Also,
Yeah.
proliferating this in Jeskai, stupid easy to do.
Yeah.
Like one thrumming bird out, the game's gonna get locked down real quick.
Yeah.
Also, protecting creatures in blue and white, kind of just like the thing.
The vision is you get a little bit of hope. Yeah, I tossed around a couple ideas of like he starts with like X, or he starts with a number of hope counters that go down at like every upkeep, so like a time counter. So he comes in with however much mana you cast him for, and then like eventually the symbol of hope like is gone. which I
That
think
would have
be
been
cool.
awesome for bringing back Vanishing, because I think
Yeah.
Vanishing could come back as a
Oh,
mechanic.
vanishing
and it
would be
really-
so like, oh, that's so thematic and sad. Where he's like, he vanishes, dude.
It's got the little the flame when it like piddle. Like,
oh yeah, the
little
little
ember.
like the Kindle of his all might power. Yeah.
Also, I'm huge into mana spent to cast effects on commanders, where like, because like I built Gyrus recently, and it's an X Hydra, but it also just cares about how much mana you spend. So if it gets countered or removed, the command tax you pay into it also affects how much mana you spent to cast it. So it comes in with more counters. So that also would be a cool design space for this, where like, if you knock me down, I have more hope. You know, like I come in
I
with
just thought
more
that'd be
hope
too strong
counters.
because it's sort of the inverse where like the more he dies, the stronger he gets, which is not how it works because he starts at his strongest. And then
Yeah.
gets weaker.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the idea would be like the more commander tax you have, the less into the X you can pay to make kindle hope. But you can still keep like spamming plus ultra if you bring it back for cheaper and cheaper,
Oh, true.
which I thought was fun.
Would y'all like to plug your socials?
I'm just Spanglehopper on everything.
I'm Kelsey. I'm Girlsplaining.Gaming everywhere that you find people. I love to talk about magic and making gaming accessible and uplifting women plus in gaming spaces.
Beautiful.
My name is Quips and Guac on all platforms. I make content about magic, and on TikTok, I talk about probably everything you could possibly imagine. Also, Sterile Sauce puts down women.
It takes down women.
Yeah, I like to talk over women to insert my correct opinion. Yeah,
I am so funny, right, guys?
yeah. Quips was paid to be here for all intents and purposes. He does not agree with
Ridiculous.
any opinions stated by Sterile Sauce Incorporated, LLC, or otherwise.
Good one, Sterile.
Silly.
You
Am
demand.
I forgetting anything?
Yours.
I mean, I would hope that I mean, okay. If y'all want to find me, I'm Sterile Sauce and everything.
Sterile Sauce. Don't forget to tell them about the Patreon. I love the Patreon. It's my favorite thing ever.
Yes, give me money on Patreon, please. I do want to take this as an opportunity to plug. I'm officially announcing I am gonna start a Ko-Fi. Coffee. Now I'm whatever. I'm doing a coffee, but specifically to fund next year. I want to go to MagicCon. I'm not missing out on another MagicCon.
Yes.
So I'm going to start a Ko-Fi and whatever. And I'm gonna e-beg till that goal is met. My buddy over at GUI Center Bakery in LA, if y'all want free shipped anywhere in the US, so like doesn't matter where you live, if you have a PO box or a mail that you can check and not leave it alone, you can get free bakery goods sent to you once on me as a thank you for coming on.
Ooh. Wait, awesome.
That's kind of epic.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo. That's tough.
I've been trying to pressure Quips to do it every time. I still don't. Have you even yet?
I haven't, but you know what, Sterile Sauce? I'm going to get right on that because I love baked goods and cinnamon rolls and things. They're my favorite.
I think Diane did, because I think she lives in LA.
I want to be in LA tomorrow. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm
that was
gonna
good.
go.
It's from what I see, it's popular. It's nice. Like it's like a known place in LA. It's not
That's
like
super
some like
awesome.
dude's garage.
That's super awesome.
But thank y'all for coming on again.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
us.
Sterile. I always love coming on. It's
I'm
a
sorry
real
for
hoot.
rambling for 20 straight minutes about my own card.
I would do it again. I would do it again. I would listen to it again.